Hi, I'm Mark from Barrel Brothers. You might remember me from such videos as Barrel Brothers vids. We've had a few changes around here of late. Basically what we've done is shut the place down. We're down to just me. But it does leave me with a problem, and the problem is this. What are we going to do with it? I have a plan. We're just going to build some stuff. I am just going to build some stuff and film it and then put them up for sale. I've got a couple of sets here already. That one was just a nice little set of Chevy Hustlers, just at 6. I've got these. Customer didn't like them because these are early design, and these are the later design where they've beefed it up in between as 2 pairs. So we could probably sell them as 2 pairs. There's 7s and 7.5s. We could build a set of them. We could build some 13s. We've got heaps of good 13s actually. What about like those? SSR 5s, or they've got a really good little set of superstars here, and they've got all the syndicates too. A3Cs, always liked them. Just a really cool. Got some really good, like these Fortnights down here. You know, good set of meshies. Some 13s, XR4s of course. What about some Hayashi Commands? They're cool. I wouldn't mind doing those guys. Just because you hardly ever see them done. And that's because they're welded in the back, they're a bit of a pain in the bum, and you've got to get the lip exactly the right size, otherwise it's not going to go around the edge of those spokes, you know? Yeah, which makes it a bit tricky. A couple of sets of Star Sharks. Star Sharks, we've done hundreds of Star Sharks over the years. Hey? Mark 3s, some Mark 3s here. Mark 2s, That's something different, like the Wed 0 speeds, or the Riversides, R106s. They're cool. Classic, like the Focus spoke. Tempting. We do have 2 sets of 5-stud Star Sharks, so I think they're going to be on the short list straight up. Nice set of Phantoms. Practicing 15s. Got a few good 15s here. Might just do these just because they're a BBS marler, but these are a Porsche pattern, so 5 by 130. Old school Porsche, but they are good sizes, 15 by 8 plus 11. These guys here are 4 by 100. Well, they're actually not, they're in 4 by 98, but they've got these tiny little stud holes on them. The idea is to just redo them to 4 by 100 with those tiny little studs. I don't know what they were, somebody had them on something. Trim them to 4 by 100, put a bit of lip on them, give them some colouring good. We've got some 5-stud XR4s here, that'd be pretty cool. These guys here, and those ones are 6-stud. They're just, I don't know, they're just really cool. I was thinking that I might do a set of gold mesh for the President in a 15-inch, which I think is pretty cool. We had a set of Southern Ways glids that they were 14s, and I put that on to start off with, and they were a bit wide and kind of burnt the paint, but they looked really good. The black with the gold just looked really good. So I'm thinking, because gold mesh they're classy, you know, for a classy car they'd be awesome, and it's a classy car, you don't get classier. But the choice is not only those, but we have some Southern Ways Epsilons here as well. So we could do those in a 5-stud 15, or go left field and do the Southern Ways, the Shadows, Shadow 2s rather. I don't even know what a Shadow 1 looks like, but yeah, I've never even seen another set of those. That's why I grabbed them. I've never seen them before, they were just odd. I think these are a walk-up starter. I'd like to build those. They're just a cool wheel. But, and you knew I was getting there, what I think I'm gonna do is something that, you know, some of these wheels have been here for quite some time, and the plan is to build them all just slowly tick through it because this is now my hobby. So, I mean, I could do some BBSRSs too, they're always good. But, and here it is. What are you going to build, Mr. Mark? Something that actually only just, well, the last one came in last week. So, 15-inch Star Sharks. Rare as hell. It took me, I think, a little over 2 years to put this set together. Started off, I found a pair, which was that one and that one, and then this one came up as a single and I grabbed that, but yeah, that was probably 6 months or so later, and then they sat on my 3-wheel shelf, which is over, which I'll give you a quick look at. So we've got 3 wedge 0 speeds. That's how I ended up with that set that I pointed out before, because I was looking for a single and the whole set came up. Hoshino Racing's here. I've got 3 of those. 5-star Star Sharks. Yes, I got 3 of those. And I have another pair coming, so that's gonna make 3 sets and a single. So maybe just build up a survive, but yeah. That's my 3-wheel set. This is now a 4-wheel set. This one just under here is the last one that I got. What I'm thinking is, if we do them in a nice gold, like the standard gold, not this crappy looking gold that you see here. So it's more similar to that. Machine spoke tops, bigger lips, you know, punch them out to, I don't know, 7.5 and 8 or 8, 8.5 around there. They're 4x1 or 4.3, so make them something that'll fit on a, like an S13, standard body S13 or a 180SX, and just do it like, just do them as a classic Star Shark. Gold, decent lip on it, but 15. So that's what I'm going to do. While I think about pointers, yeah, we got plenty. So if you want one, I'll put a link in the description, and go and get one if you want. They're not expensive. We post worldwide. So I was just sitting here at the luxurious Barrel Brothers shop and contemplating a bit of work, and somebody inspired me. Working hard. Good on you, Woody. I don't want to do a set of sharks. So I've had an inspiration. You can't look at those, well, not yet anyway. So I thought to myself, well, like, you know, a set of sharks, let me do a set of sharks. Why don't we do more than one set? Why don't we do all the sharks? I think I've bitten off more than I can chew. So welcome to Shark Week. I'll be your host, Mark from Barrel Brothers, and our lovely contestants are here. Contestant number 1 is a cheeky little number, rarely seen on these shores. Please give it up for 15-inch Star Shark. Contestant number 2, the classic 14-inch Star Shark. Contestant number 3 is also rarely seen on these shores. She likes to keep to herself, but put your hands together please for 14-inch 5-stud Star Shark. And contestant number 4, probably the best looking of all the Star Sharks, because it's the chunkiest. Please put your hands together for the 13-inch Star Shark. And that's all the contestants, folks. Lined up and ready to go. The first thing we've got to do is figure out what sizes and colours we're going to use. Well, colour doesn't matter, we can figure out that last, but what sizes we're going to build them into. Okay, so I've just gone and got some facts and figures on stuff. They're all fairly low offsets, as you can see. So they're going to go negative fairly quick. I figure we'll, these and the 5 studs, we'll do them a little bit conservatively. I think the 4 stud 13s and 14s, they're all going to be around like 7 to 8 inches wide, I would say, at this stage of the game. But we've got to figure out what sort of size lips we need for them. So let's start off with the 15 by 6.5 plus 4 sharks. Let's go. So 15 by 6.5. Half of 6.5 is 3 1/4. So there's the center of our wheel, and they are a plus 4. Right, so there's our hub. We know it's got a 2-inch lip on it at the moment. Okay, there's our lip, 1/2 inch. There's our barrel, is there. All right, so we're not going to re-barrel these. We're only going to re-lip them. So Let's have a look and see what we get sort of offsets if we crank it up. So half of a 7 is 3.5. Half of a 7.5 is 3 3/4. Half of an 8 is 4. Let's try 8.5 as well. We'll just throw that in there as well. All right, so as you can see, they're all negative, all of them. So from where the hub is now, that'll be a 7 minus 2, 7.5. You can see that there on the rule. Minus 8, and 8 minus, like 14 point less, so it's minus 14, and an 8.5 minus 21. I'm thinking these guys. So the question is, what do we need to get us to a 7.5 and an 8? All right, so there's our 7.5, there's our 8. So our lips will need to be 3 inch and 3.5 inch. So 3 inch, 3.5 inch lips. That's what we need. Okay, next, 14 by 6.5 plus 6. I'll do this on a new sheet of paper so it's all nice and clear. 6.5. Half of 6.5, yes, there it is again. 3 1/4. Okay, plus 6. There it is there. All right, so there's our hub. Again, 2 inch lip. Easy, easy. There's our lip. Run through that same sort of scenario. 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 7.0. Easy. Minus 6, minus 12, minus 19. They're the ones. Okay, so what do we need for an 8 and 8.5? There's our 8. There's our 8.5. Yeah. Lips need to be 3.5 inch and 4 inch. So that's our 14 by 6.5 plus 6. Next. Okay, so our 5H is exactly the same size, as you can see. You know, 14 by 6.5 plus 6, so it'll come out in exactly the same sizes. So we might as well just look at that as well. I'm thinking the 7.5 and the 8. So 5H, 7.5 and 8, we'll need, of course, we're going down half an inch, so we'll still need a 3.5, so we'll need a 3 inch plus 3.5 inch lips. And our little guys, 13 by 6 plus 11, which sounds, well, it doesn't sound familiar, but it actually is. 13 by 6 plus 11. There's a centre. What have we got? A 1.5 inch lip on that one. We'll do the same sort of numbers. 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5. These look fairly familiar. So that's about a minus 1. And these will be within like 1 or 2 mil. You know, I'm measuring by hand, so, you know, somebody could have fixed up some rash on the lips, so they mightn't be exactly right. Once we put the new lips on, they might have a bit more meat on them, but, you know, at the end of the day, minus 7 minus, what's that look like, a 13, minus 19, or 20, let's say 20. Yeah, 20, okay, 20. See, that's, for 13, that's quite a lot of negative. So you're going to get poked. We need something that somebody can actually use. So only, I'm thinking of the 7.5s and the 8s. 7.5 and 8. We're going to need 3 inch and 3.5 inch lips. So we've got ourselves a little shopping list. 15 inch lips, 3 inch and 3.5 inch. In 14 inch, we need 3 inch, 3.5 inch and 4 inch. So we need 2 of those, we need 4 of those, and we need 2 of those. And in the 13s, we need 3 inch and 3.5 inch again. Okay, let's go shopping. 15 by 3, 2 of them, and 15 by 3.5 is 2 of those. 3.5 times 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 3.5s. 2 of those. 3.5 times 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take one off. 4 inch times 2. Got them 2. over on the stack. Alrighty, 13-inch XR fourth. Ooh, 2.5. Looks like the 13s are going to be a bit chunkier than first thought. We're going 3.5 and 4-inch instead, which is good. So in that case, they're going to have to be red, aren't they? Because that's just how things work. Good to go. Okay, so that's it for this time round. In the next episode, what we'll do, we've got the lips ready down there. So what we need to do is start pulling these guys down. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bit of a postscript here. I put these up on our Facebook page. There was quite a response to it. A lot of people asking, how much? Well, they're just like, they're not for sale, because half the reason for shutting down Barrel Brothers to customers was people screaming at us because they couldn't get the stuff on time, and it takes a long time to do this stuff, as you know. So they're not for sale. I put up they're not for sale, which is a lie, because they will be for sale when they're finished. The most interest though was in these guys, the 5 studs, and a little bit with the 15s, but mostly the 5 stud. So a few requests for the relative rarity and value. I'm not going to give you a value because they're just moving very quickly at the moment. Who knows? They've basically doubled, even tripled in price over the past 18 months, 12 to 18. And they're still moving, they're still going up. So, easiest to get to the hardest. None of these are easy to get anymore. They're not, they do make new ones. I'm pretty sure SSR don't make them, but somebody makes them, but they are a one piece with fake bolts in them. Yeah, speaking of fake bolts, check these guys out. These used to be gold. You can see just a little bit of colour on the side there, but check these guys out. Yeah. Wowzers. And they're put them back to front. Anyway, easiest to get are the 13s, and that's basically because not a lot of people run 13s anymore. You know, they're not cheap. They're just sort of, you know, they're good. I really like 13s because they just have that chunky sort of shape. Next easiest is probably 14s. You see 14s are around a bit. They've really jumped in price, even though you can get the reproductions. The reproductions aren't, well, in my opinion, aren't as good because you can't do what we do and take them off, and they're fully cast. They don't have a spun alloy lip, so they wouldn't be as strong. Being cast, they'd be a little bit prone to cracking, but yeah, I think that's why they made them like that in the first place. Probably now we're starting to get hard to get the 5 stud ones, Star Sharks. So, or 5 lug if you're from overseas. Lately, Americans, I think, say 5 lug. I don't know if they say that on Le Continent, but 5 stud here in Australia, we say 5 stud. You idiot. See that set up there? They've been there for probably 18 months or so, and there's 3 of them. So I'm looking for a single, looking for a single, and a set came up. So I grabbed it. And of course, they're not cheap. They've just gone up in price. I actually have another pair coming, which will make that a set. Well, it'll give me a spare, which is a single, and I've got to start looking for it to make another set too. Just as an aside, a very quick aside here, I'll do a quick run down to the other end of the shop, and lo and behold, there's another set. So, you know, although we have 2 3/4 sets here, they are really hard to get. These have been over years. We've built this lot up. So they're rare. They're really rare, and they're, you know, probably 50% more to 100% more expensive than either of these guys and those. Rarity, I think these ones, the 15s, are one of the rarest. There is another one, which is the 14-inch 4x100 Star Shark, which is a bit of an odd one because they use a 13-inch center and they step them up to 14, so we're like a double step lip on it. Why they do that, I'm not quite sure. Maybe there's a little bit more room in around the center lobe. Maybe it's a slightly different center, I don't know. It's like I've seen, in the 9 years we've been doing this, I've seen one set. And a customer brought them in because he found them. But like, I've never found a set. And I dare say anything at 4x114 just goes nuts. The big trend at the moment, if you've got a Miata or an MX-5, is to put old school wheels on it, and they're 4x100, and the price has just gone nuts. Anyway, they're pretty rare. They're really rare. The 15s. For a long time, I didn't even think there was any advertising or brochures with the 15s on it. And I put a set of 15s that we had up on the webpage, on our Facebook page. Matty from Cusha Garage in Queensland came to the rescue, as he does. He finds this sort of stuff, and sent me a couple of pictures of a brochure with 15-inch Star Sharks on it. It's the only time I've ever seen it. All of the other brochures I've seen, and I've seen a few of them for Star Sharks, didn't have 15s on it. I have seen one with a lavender set, a factory lavender set. If that's your thing. I don't think it probably didn't last year, but they were looking for a different colour, but yeah. I don't know. They didn't look very good. Anyway, if you find a lavender set, that's probably the rarest of them all, but it'll be a 14, it might have been sprayed that colour, that's easy to change. The 15-inch ones are massively hard to find. So I would say those and probably the 4x100s are amongst the rarest of the lot. So there you go, a rarity guide. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good on ya. All right.